I didn't want to, I still struggle with doing videos like this because I don't want to do politics. I did not want to talk about politics. When I decided to do this channel, I was like, no, I don't want to, my main channel, this is my vlog channel, but I did not want to do politics. I didn't want to be partisan. I didn't want people to be like, oh, he's a lefty or he's a right-wing person. I don't want to, because I don't see myself as either. Now, I will say that in many instances I'm left-leaning. When it comes to business stuff, I'm more right-leaning. You know, when it comes to business policy, I'm a little bit more right-leaning, depending on what it is. So I think most of us are in the middle. But anyway, but it's like, how can you not talk about it? How can you not address it? This is something that's, you know, as I said in my main channel video, cataclysmic. This is something that is just unprecedented. We're talking about the president of our country being possibly implicated in probably the most atrocious thing a man can ever do. So, yeah, assuming that that's what's going on. But even if Trump is not implicated, which I find that hard to believe, that he has nothing to do with Epstein, let's just say that that's true. Still, the idea that they're still covering it up or trying to, you know, stall and filibuster, despite the fact that he campaigned on this, and with what Pam Bondi said, is enough in and of itself to, you know, to justify the backlash of his supporters. And they should be betrayed. They should feel betrayed. And they should feel angry. And they should continue to hold them accountable. It's inspiring to see people like Megyn Kelly, who I don't agree with everything that she says, but I don't know. There's something about her that I have to say I do like. In instances like this, I do have a little respect for her because she's not letting it go. She's not falling into line and being like, okay, well, let's just go get behind Trump like Ben Shapiro is, because I think Ben Shapiro and people who are kind of trying to fall in line with the narrative of you know, what Trump is trying to push, which is like, oh, this is not a big deal, and who wants to talk about Epstein? No. I feel like they're falling in line because they understand that the implications of how this affects MAGA and the policy of MAGA, you know, it is existential, and they're scared, and they're kind of outweighing that. I feel that they know that there's more to it, but they're just like, you know, our movement and the policy that we believe in is more important than whatever's going on with Trump. But his own people, MAGA supporters, are saying, no, this is important. This is fundamental to our beliefs. This is about the deep state. This is the dark underbelly of everything. We're not letting this go. So, and I don't think they should let it go either, because whatever's going on, it needs to be exposed. And maybe this is a turning point. Maybe this is for the better. Maybe this is something that's helping us to move on finally and not allow people who should not be in power be in power. So anyway, so yeah, I didn't want to do this video because I just don't want to talk about politics, but I guess if I'm being honest, like when I decided to do this channel, and I said this in my video last week, I want to talk about things that are relevant to what I feel. If I start talking about things that I don't care about, then it's just going to come across. I've tried to do that in videos in the past, and there have been things that I've done videos on that I just didn't really feel, but I thought, okay, this is something that I should talk about, but I just don't want to do that because it's just, I don't know. Anyway, that feels like work. This doesn't feel like work. This is me being myself and being honest and forthcoming, because I've been glued to the news. I have been. I don't know if you've been glued to I've been glued to the news watching this stuff. And, you know, and when all this passes over, I'll probably stop watching the news again and forget about it. But I don't know. I have a feeling that I'm going to be on this for a while because, and that's not to say I'm going to do videos about this constantly, like, oh, talking about Trump and like, it might come up again. We'll see what happens. I can't promise one way or another. But I will say this, you know, I want my channel to talk about real life issues, you know, just like topics of conversation that are relevant to the time. So not just about politics, just in general. My channel is more of a commentary channel. So, and I'm talking about my main channel. This is my vlog channel. This is my behind the scenes vlog channel. And that's why I created this second channel, because, you know, this is just me more, you know, personal, I guess, or, you know, but yeah, I mean, I feel I not that I have to talk about it, but I want to talk about it because this is what I am, you know, what I've been tossing in my head right now, because it's like watching a train wreck. It's crazy. We're living in really crazy, it seems like, I feel like every time I say that we're living in crazy times, like the next time I say that is outdoing the previous time I said that. Like, I feel like this is even crazier than the last time I told you guys that we're living in crazy times. It's getting crazier and crazier. What's next? The next video I make is I'm gonna say we're living in crazy times is because the aliens have finally come down and started to interact with humanity in a public way. That's where I feel like this is going. Of course, I'm just being facetious, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know, it just feels like it's getting crazier and crazier. At least it's not boring. This is not boring. So, anyway, I know that some of you might be a little weird about aliens, okay? But I'm fascinated by the subject. I am fascinated by the subject. Listen, we cannot be alone in this universe. I know I'm really digressing here. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's something that just came to me. There's like millions of galaxies, billions or millions, I don't know. It's one of the two. There's a lot of galaxies out there, okay? Like, are we really thinking that we're alone in this? Like, come on. And, you know, I find it fascinating. I feel that there are aliens that are good and aliens that are bad. And yeah, I hope that we find out the truth one way or another, you know, at some point in our lifetime about aliens. So, anyway, so yeah, that I kind of derailed there for a second, but yeah, I mean, I feel like we're in crazy times. I feel like it's getting crazier. That was my point. And I don't know. What do you think? Today is, what's today? Today is the 16th, right? Yeah, Wednesday, July 16th, 2025. And listen, I've been slacking the past week. There's been times, like, I think Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I shot videos, but I never uploaded them because I just got sidetracked by everything going on with my clients and my animals at home. And these are excuses. I admit I've been slacking, but I need to get back to being consistent. I was thinking maybe of doing videos every weekday, of doing videos 3 times a week instead. I'm still going to try to shoot videos every day, but, you know, at least 3 videos a week is what I'm aiming for. For my mental health, there's times where I really just want to relax, you know, and just take it easy, especially this is the end of the semester before I graduate. And as you can imagine, it's a little chaotic. It's not too bad, but it's just, I think I'm just tired from the past 5 years of going full-time, nonstop. So I think it's just catching up to me. And thank goodness it's catching up to me right now, right before I end. I guess you could see it either way. Maybe it's the worst time for me to feel this sense of like a breakdown in my motivation, my energy, my willpower, whatever you want to call it. But I think I can make it to the finish line. I feel like I should be fine, you know, and still graduate with honors and whatever. But I think it's catching up to me. So I think that's why I've been slacking. So I need to be consistent. Sometimes it's like like last week, I did a video last week about napping, and then I watched it and I'm like, really? But maybe I will just post it. So if I post that video, it's from last week or the week before. It was last week. Yeah, it was last week, where I had a nap in the middle of the day and it was 2 hours long and I felt weird. So I started talking about the psychology of napping, which was an interesting video. So maybe I will post it, but I'll probably have to put in the video description, like let people know, because I think in the video I'm like, I say the day and I'm like, today is, you know, July, whatever it was then. So that might confuse people, but I think I'm rambling right now. So I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to go back home, and this is my day off, so I'm going to enjoy. Well, I'm going to go home, I'm going to edit this. Not much editing to do because my videos are more commentary videos, so they're like freeform talking videos, but I still have to upload it and still do my video description and do my thumbnail and whatever. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna relax the rest of the day. Maybe cook a nice meal, maybe do a little bit of cleaning, maybe not do any cleaning, maybe order some takeout. We'll see how it goes. I think I might actually end up leaning towards the latter because I'm just pooped. So anyway, how are you guys? I will see you guys in the next one. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. Oh shoot, will I be able to shoot my video tomorrow? Because I have a client from 11 to... I usually talk to this one client for 3-4 hours. So I don't know if I'll be able to shoot unless I do my video after. I'm going to try to do my video before or after. Maybe I'll just come to the park early and shoot my video before I talk to my client. We'll see. Not making any promises, but if I don't, I will definitely do a video on Friday. I need to be more honest and transparent about that because I'm doing my best here, but I also need to think about my mental health. And I came into this very ambitious, and I want to get back to that point, but anyway, that's just a separate can of worms. So I will see you in the next one, this time for real. Have a great rest of your week, have a great weekend, and yeah, I will do a video on Friday. So, but in case, whatever, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. All right, bye-bye.